The US stocks are losing ground. The greenback is growing moderately against its major rivals. Yet it's fallen against the CAD. Bitcoin has surged to a new record high above $34,000. The US stocks were extending gains this afternoon. However, by the time for preparing material for this video they had reversed downwards. The stock market is quite volatile as investors are anticipating earnings reports of American companies for the past quarter within a week. The Dow Jones fell by 0.53%, while the NASDAQ Composite lost 0.29%. The S&P 500 index declined by 0.3%. Market participants are looking forward to the release of a new earnings reports from American companies. So, Kleenex and Huggies, as well as Kimberly-Clark, will release their corporate reports before the opening of the US session. Starbucks, Verizon, and Microsoft will unveil their results tomorrow. On Wednesday, after the close of the US session, such tech giants as Apple and Facebook will provide their earnings results for the past quarter. Tesla will also reveal its quarterly earnings results on the same day. The coronavirus has dived the economy into companies that make a huge profit in this difficult time and those that suffer devastating losses. As it turns out, the largest high-tech companies have been the biggest gainers during the pandemic. It's hardly surprising as many firms and households are using digital technologies for remote work on the back of quarantine restrictions. The spread of new strains of coronavirus has led to a tightening of restrictions around the world. Many experts are unable to predict when the economy gets back on track. This means that a new surge in demand for high-tech equipment is likely to occur. The US dollar rose by 0.07% to 90.30 versus its main counterparts. Forex traders are awaiting the first meeting of the US Federal Reserve this year. Analysts believe that Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will report this Wednesday that the regulator will continue to use its tools to support the economy. If so, the US currency may lose momentum. The Fed will gradually reduce the size of its bond buying program. This is why it may last throughout 2022. Only in 2023 the central bank may hike its key rate. For this reason, the US currency is highly unlikely to recover quickly. Despite the strengthening of the US dollar, analysts are confident that it will keep on extending losses this year. The Canadian dollar is climbing up against the US dollar. The USDCAD is trading near the level of 1.2719 after having lost 0.05%. Following its recent considerable drop, the most popular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, asserted strength. This morning, its value is slowly moving up to 33,000. In the late afternoon, the BTCUSD spiked even higher to the level of $34,500. However, despite this upward movement, the participants of the crypto market have already factored in a possible reversal. The sentiment in the crypto market is less optimistic due to the slowdown in Bitcoin's rally. US President Joe Biden is about to sign a new executive order fulfilling his Buy American campaign pledge. It seems that the new administration is not going to radically revise the trade policy started by the previous president. The Wall Street Journal stated that the new policies will include tightening the government procurement rules to make it harder for federal agencies to purchase imported products. The executive order also implies a revision of the definition of American-made products with tighter requirements for local production. And that's all for today. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you in several hours.